I'm going straight to the situation where Nia is meeting with Gregory, uh, and this is going to be in a working part of the ship, a very industrial portion of the ship. In fact, it may even be in the some of the areas where the life support system is not maintained regularly. So there are only timed hours where people can go in there. And if people have to go in there at other times, then they have to wear spacesuits. So the kind of area that I'm thinking about is where there is equipment that operates outside the ship, and this is where its parts meet the ship. So some sort of any kind of projections or pods or pieces of the ship that stick out. This is where they connect, and inside is not livable. It's very industrial, very mechanical. So this is during the life support there. The air is maintained sometimes. So this is during one of those times. So if you could imagine a place that is built more for the convenience and the operation of this massive machinery and not built for people to stay for very long. In fact, they probably have to. There's no offices, there are no chairs, there are no desks, there's nothing like that. So that's the idea. Um, all the instrumentation is on the other side, so there aren't even buttons to push or anything like that. So here in these spaces, some of which it's also some of the spaces are really, really small to creep through, and other places are enormous, much bigger than a human needs for a room, because all of this is just about the machinery and not the people. And so in one of these spaces is where Gregory is meeting you. He is with another character whose name is Laura, a woman of of great strength. So the other person that's with you is a man who has been restrained with very basic plastic on his wrists, but he doesn't seem able to get away or struggle because clearly he has been drugged, and so he is just a little bit disoriented and cooperative, and not very alert. He is an older man, and he is wearing more of a work uniform that looks administrative. And Gregory is explaining to you their plan. They have kidnapped this official, and they are anticipating the takeover of navigational control, and so Gregory is explaining to you these different pieces of this plan and how important it is for you to let their people into the scientific facility to take control of it and protect it. You will have guards, you will have security, you will have people who will protect what he is starting to call the child. So the reason they have this guy is because they are able to get lots of information out of him when he is drugged like this. And they are already, thanking you for, for your help. Um, the important thing is now too is that they have kind of, none of them are doctors or medical people, so they are not too sure. That they had asked you to bring some medical equipment, and so if you could just make sure he doesn't die, that would be great. Um, this man has a name on his chest. Mark, what is sorry, Max?
Hmm?
What is Mark's surname? Sir.
Efternamnet.
Yeah, Eftenon. Yeah.
Oh, the last name.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about mountain stream. Sometimes we can say mountain stream.
Interesting. So
Mark.
Mark Mountain Stream. Okay. So is that what you want? Because okay, that's fine. So that is the name on this man's.
Jag måste titta på det.
So I, as I tend to, do I see if it's actually Mark or if it's someone else?
It looks like a man who is old enough to be Mark's father.
Okay.
But he does. Nobody knows my last name, right?
No, of course they know your last name.
No.
You all know each other. It's not a
I
surprise,
don't.
and we will go ahead and say that it is not. It's nobody that you work with contacts your father in any way. He's not like a politician. He does not, announce his name and give announcements or anything like that. He is just working in some other part of the ship in an administrative way with a lot of authority.
Okay, so regarding the name, I assume that this is Mark's father, and while I tend to him to keep him stable, I will ask. Well, first I will tell them that that I can't let you into the lab facilities, right? Because that would raise some eyebrows, and people of higher authority will come down here, and they will take me away from here, and they will take you away from here, so we will have no access at all. So I can't do that. And what do you mean that this is about? What did you say, child?
Well, we all know that we are sent here. We have finally evolved through technology to come out into the dark spaces, into space, and it was inevitable that we would eventually contact the genetics of other life. And what is this but a grand mating between humanity of one place and humanity of another place? This is the natural expectation that when we meet other beings, that something new and better will be created. And Laura and Gregory are rather certain about this, and so they want to take control of the ship, and then their faction of the Midnight Truth, it is not all the Midnight Truth, as you know, but their faction would like to create an environment, a perfect environment for the new life to be born and to grow and to become a new being, a new population of beings on this ship. in a better place. And fortunately, Nia, you have become the one. Trust us. Trust our vision. Trust our mission. Secrecy is no longer the problem. The truth must be revealed. And the truth is, soon we will control where this ship goes.
But to me, it just seems like you want
Insanity.
to have...
Sorry.
Yeah, that as well. But, like, you want to take control of other life forms and make them grow and not just let them evolve as they are in their place where they're from or whatever you're trying to do. As you first mentioned, like there were a lot of gray areas, but now this is starting to sound more like something to be in control over than the freedom in which I mentioned as I joined would be my goal of it.
Freedom has to go somewhere. And Laura says, Gregory, I thought you said this woman was loyal. Gregory says, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Nia, freedom has to go somewhere. And sometimes we have to make our decisions not from pure knowledge, but from the people around us. Who do you trust the most? Who do you think would stand by you if you needed it? Or who would just lie to you and use you and not even know your name or care about you in life? With us, you will always have brothers and sisters.
That's what all cults say until you not do what you're told.
Laura sighs. All right, she says, listen, this old guy is this mountain stream here. He'll probably live. I think you should just get her out of here, Gregory. She's no help at all. Should have known we could never trust anybody brought in so late. And Gregory kind of is looking unhappily between the two of you.
I will ask, and by the way, what's the matter with this guy? What do you want him for? Who is he? What?
Well, he oversees the administration of the navigation. And so, if necessary, we will use him as our voice for what we want. Without him, their functions are their hierarchy is damaged, and with him we have authority that we can use. We just need to find a way to keep him as cooperative, but also actually able to function.
So why do you need to drug him if you have a good cause?
Well,
why do you need to treat him this way?
Gregory says, obviously, because most people are wrong. Look at how everybody obeys and just takes their job and accepts their contract. Do you really think this is the life you deserve here?
Well, you don't always get what you deserve, do you?
Laura says, we can make sure that happens if you really insist on it.